obviously last week we spoke briefly spoke about whilst you were hiding off camera, Jacob, about Ballon d'Or. Then we led into like your voting process last year or so.
Yeah.
So if you just like to, obviously we put out footage and stuff like that from last week, but we said we'll do a part 2 for it. Speak about like the process of Ballon d'Or or voting in what do they call, like, is there
football FIFA FIFA Football Men's Awards?
Okay,
that's how it's put to you.
So you only voted on the men's.
Yeah. So you get the email basically for if you're a captain of your nation, and then there's a men's side, a woman's side, and you vote on obviously the men's side if you're a man if you're woman's side if you're a woman, and then you have a vote on the top 3 men's players, top 3 coaches of the year, top goalkeeper, and your team of the year.
I remember this is via email, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the link sent to you via email. Then you go on, you have a login, and you have all that sort of stuff. And then
so they give you a log. Okay,
it'll be like a system, innit?
Yeah. So you have a specific login, so that's created just for you. Your password, you log in, you vote from your kind of thing,
your domain.
Yeah. So I had a top 3, but I only remembered my last week I said I voted Messi. I didn't vote Messi first.
Oh, didn't you?
No, I did not vote Messi first.
Was it Rodri then?
No,
that was before. Bro.
Yeah. So my men's vote was Mbappe was first, De Bruyne was second, and Messi was third.
Interesting.
Yeah. My coach of the year, I didn't even bother doing 3 because I don't care. I just put Pep. I knew the other 2 below. I don't know who I voted, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Pep. And then my goalkeeper was Courtois.
Okay.
Thibaut. And then my team was, and I looked at the teams because I looked at it online, and they did a mad thing where they put 3 defenders at the back.
The FIFA Pro team.
Yeah.
Because I think it was all Man City defenders that I read out last week.
They did 3 defenders, 3 midfielders,
and 4 attackers. Yeah.
I said that's not a formation that I was playing.
No one does. I hated when they did that one.
Yeah, so
it's because they wanted to fit in all the attacking players to make them happy.
Yeah, but they had a shortlist, but we didn't pick from. I don't remember picking from that specific shortlist. We had just players to pick from. So mine was Courtois, Walker, Rudiger, Stones, and Diaz. But I feel like that was all I had to pick from at the time.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and I had Jude in there. That was just English bias. I think I just given it to him, you know.
He went at Real Madrid at that point, though.
No.
To be fair, he had a good season for Dortmund, though. They were on the brink of winning the league.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's definitely biased.
Yeah, I had to put someone in there because
put something in there.
Yeah, and Black Brothers.
Power.
And I had Messi, Haaland, and Mbappe as my front 3, and that was my team that I picked for the year, and that's how the voting process kind of goes.
Fair.
So I'd voted on Ballon d'Or before. Well, FIFA. I'd voted like this before when we were at Palace. Where they come in and everyone in the Premier League has like a black thing. Well, a black thing, I say, it's a booklet, and you kind of write your team in, and you write your player of the year, blah, 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 and you kind of do it that way. So I'd done this voting process before in-house, but this is the first time doing it as a captain.
And at world level, basically.
Yes. Yeah. So it was a lot different this time.
That's major.
So, yeah, but and obviously the women's side of the world. Well, I say women's side of the world. The women do it for their side of things as well. So
their side of the game.
Yeah, but that's how the voting process kind of goes.
Do you get a heads up about it from, say, your team manager for Grenada, or because I bet by the time you get the email, it's not something you're like, oh, what's this? Do you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah. So
he it's official. But
yeah, I remember he sent me the email, and then he even said, I don't know what this is, but yeah, this is for you. Grenadians. And then he realized what it was, and he said, I need you to do this before this date. Like, it needs to be done. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. And I never actually clicked on. He's like, no, Jacob, you need to do this before this date. So I remember doing it, and then just submitting it, and then obviously when it's submitted, it comes back to them on their end, and then just so it's done. But that's kind of the process you go through just on the voting side of things. And you hope that you might get invited to the show. You know, because you're part of a special society of captains of your national team. So you're thinking, oh, maybe I might get an invite to the show.
It'd
but
be nice.
Yeah, but they don't really want you there.
Or at least a Zoom call.
That's it. Something. That's what I wanted. I wanted something. Didn't get anything. At that point, I said I should have just voted myself. Maybe one vote.
Because you can for those things.
Yeah. Because you can vote anyone.
They'll be like, who's this guy? You never know. It might have given you publicity as well, you know.
Nah.
Yeah, they're just writing the local Grenadian paper and that's it, bro.
One ballon, because it's done on a point system, innit?
Yeah. One ballon d'or point.
I wouldn't even got a point.
Yeah, no, it won't be a point because it won't be enough.
Yeah. It's a point system but how many votes?
To accumulate 1 point, basically.
Yeah. Damn.
Could be like 1,000, 100,000. I don't know how many it could be to get 1 point.
Fair.
But I'd have been on 0.00000000000. One. Do you get what I mean? So yeah.
That's very interesting still.
You could have put yourself in team of the year and for player of the year, top 3.
I don't know. If they saw that, I'd think they'd have cancelled Grenada.
I was going to say, they would have even cancelled your submission.
Yeah, they would have said, this is not
serious. They would have just said error.
You could have put TC coach of the year.
Yeah, they would have just said error.
They said something's going wrong here.
Nah, that's bad. Again, like we said last week, what other podcast gives you a former voter of the Ballon d'Or or FIFA Pro Men's Awards? I'm not boasting or anything.
It's true, man.
I'm not boasting, but I'm just putting it out there.
Ask your country's captain if you can.
Get me? I'm just Archer, mate. Because we just asked our mate.
That's what we done.
It happened to come across in conversation.
It's right here.
Get me? There's even pros that got podcasts. I've never seen any of them talk about it.
Next year, we're going to ask our other mate.
That's true. No, you got to be captain for a period of time.
Well, next year, we're going to ask our other mate.
Yeah, true. To be fair, the SL cap, I think the next SL captain, I know who he is anyway.
Yeah, so we can ask him. Yeah.
I can ask him when he... I'm just saying. Because I think I was not sending shots, but I was come across Rio Ferdinand's board and I was like, he was England captain at one point, so he would have voted, right?
Yeah.
Unless...
Was he captain for long enough though? We're not even sure.
He would have voted in the Premier League anyway.
Yeah, but like say for World 11 and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah, I don't know.
Because is there like, do you know what I mean? Say you're captain from, just for argument's sake, they send you the email to vote in August.
Right.
But you're captain from like September till July. And
then
do you know what I mean? At that point, would you know, it would have got...
I think they still send it to you. Just because you've been
that captain over the whole year.
Yeah. They're not going to send it to the person they've just named captain that week.
I guess it's too late at that point, isn't it?
Yeah.
That will probably come from, say, Grenada to decide then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not effectively FIFA.
Yeah, it'll be the Federation.
Yeah.
The Federation will...
They'll say, this is our rep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Makes sense.
I'm just saying there's a lot of football podcasts. Well, not football podcasts, but there's a lot of football podcasts out there. We cover football, we know football, etc. out there. We're ex-pros.
Did you even know you need a login to do this? Man?
They don't know. No, from speaking to them,
bro,
their mates.
They're not captains though.
Yeah, obviously.
Captains.
Because obviously when you do it at the club, it's a different process.
I can take Jacob's other phone and we can see the email.
It's on this phone.
Yeah. That's what he said. Do you know what? Last week's episode, he even said, I need to check my phone. These times.
The phone was there.
The phone was there. That's how I knew it was the other phone.
That's how I read it to you guys.
He sent over the details. Don't worry.
Alright, it's cool, man.
It's the other phone. We've had an episode on this other phone. But
true.
yeah, no, that was literally just that realization last week. In a geeky moment, it felt pretty cool. Like, oh shit, yeah. Get me.
Now, when I got an email for it years back, last year.
Did it feel weird though?
Yeah, because I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, no, obviously once you knew what it was.
Yeah. But when it was like, okay, cool. You have more responsibilities than just being captain of your nation. You get what I mean? That's the perks that come with it. There's loads of fun things that come with it that you don't realize until you realize.
It's good though.
And they're just new things happen. So yeah, that was one of them. And
when you certain man walk through that door, fam. When you done it, so
It's true, man. So
It's
you know,
something
I
that
got to embrace and enjoy it.
Forgot
'cause-
there's just over 200 countries in the world. So at one point, you were one of 200 people in the whole world
some of them countries don't have teams.
that were voting.
yeah,
You get me?
yeah,
So that's mad still. Or as a player, yeah. Because they'll have like journalist reps in every country
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And the journalist ones hold weight for the actual Ballon d'Or.
hmm
So, well, yeah.
which I find weird, but
Yeah.
I always find that. Or I was.
But we spoke about it on Chatterbox about what like some voters had said
about Vinicius.
the reason why they basically didn't vote for him and stuff like that.
What were the reasons?
One said Rodri hasn't got no social media, blah blah blah, all that jazz.
There was no footballing reasons of why they didn't
And this
vote.
like official voter, like journalists and stuff like that. And then I think was I saying the UEFA president said something about Vinny's not paraphrasing, but basically about him having controversial moments or something.
Yeah, with the racism stuff and
I'm like, Vinny actually hasn't had controversial moments. He's fighting against racism or the racist attacks abuse that he's faced. That is not controversy.
Listen, fire bun all them haters, fam.
Yeah,
But, you know, that's
like even when people talk about it on Twitter and stuff.
Because
Anytime
he's
people
defending
say
himself,
actual
it's a problem for you.
controversy, and I'm like, it's not controversy. He hasn't punched anyone. He hasn't spat on anyone. He's
just
receiving racial abuse,
and he's complained about it,
and that's it.
And it's a problem for you, like.
No, but that's the day and age we live in.
We could see Vinny's one was
So
like
we
I
see
said,
where they stand with this.
didn't have a problem with Rodri and then thought Vinny should have won it, but it became a very political.
Yeah, it was more than football.
Yeah.
Which it should never be.
So,
but I feel like a lot of things have become that in terms of when it's awards. It's how you carry yourself off the pitch. Even in the NFL, when they're voting on things, it's now journalists voting on things, and it's okay. Hall of Fame votes in terms of it's not what you've done on the field. It is, but a lot of it.
It's more than that.
Yeah, it's more. How did you portray? How did you come across in the media? What do they think of you? Why this?
it's
and
like
that.
Terrell Owens. It took forever for him to get
But
in the Hall of Fame.
his numbers tell you he's a top
three
three wide receiver of all time.
Yeah. So,
But then you got Eli Manning that might make it on the first time.
yeah.
Mm.
Super Bowls.
So
but no. We're glad we could get that out of you. Do you know what I mean? Jacob likes to hide that information, innit, Deji?
It does, man.
He does.
It does.